This is my longest break I've ever taken in my YouTube career, but I honestly needed it. Anyway, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this beautiful asymmetrical dress in Glow 3D or Marvelous Designer. Here I'm using Marvelous Designer, but you can absolutely 100% use Glow 3D. Both are same, the functions are same. Alright, when you import the avatar, the first thing and the most important thing you have to do is just double click in the avatar to select the avatar, and in the property editor make the skin offset below 1. I like to keep 0, and I'm not going to explain what skin offset is. If you don't know, watch this video. And I'm also going to be using this basic t-shirt pattern. If you don't have this, download it from the description. It's absolutely free. Anyway, let's modify this simple t-shirt pattern to make something beautiful like this. Alright, the first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to dock the main tools here and dock the sewing tools here. Why I'm doing this is because I use a lot of hotkeys. I use a fewer tools in Glow 3D or Morpheus Designer. I don't use a lot. I probably use like 40% of the tools, but I use them as hotkeys. Like whenever I select edit pattern or edit curve point or transform point, you can see them highlighted here. So this is a great feature in Morpheus Designer. Anyway, so I'm going to first select this solder seam and this solder seam. They're this one and this one. So I'm going to select the line or segments, right click, match up to stud, so they just align together. So I can use my drag select and just move them both at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a basic neckline. So I'm going to select this and just drag this right about here. It's perfect. And select this point. Because it's symmetric, it will automatically select it here. So I'm going to drag this down, probably around this area. It absolutely depends on you, so do whatever you like. Now I'm going to select the edit curve point. As you can see, I use hotkeys, that's why I selected here. And I'm going to just smooth that nicely. So I want a good smooth neckline, and I'm going to also select that with edit pattern and just make this like that. Yeah, looks okay. Now select this and just slide this down just a bit so this rests on the shoulder nicely. So when I will make the sleeve, it will behave good. Now to undo this, I have seen a lot of comments saying how to undo, match up and start. This is how you do it. So select this and this, the side seam. These are the side seam, as you can see here. So select this line, and right click on here, not there. So right click, match up to start, and it's gonna be by default. So never afraid or hesitate to just move your pattern and just rotate it crazily. Just don't hesitate. I know if you're a beginner, you might hesitate just a bit to just move and especially rotate. Just don't. Alright, anyway, so I'm gonna now fix the armhole. I'm gonna select that and that, then right click, match up to start. I also assign this as a hotkey, so this is gonna be very quick. So I'm gonna select that and just press the hotkeys, bam. Now I'm gonna select this, which is this points. I'm gonna drag them up just a bit. So as you can see, most of the time you will see this kind of excess fabric because of the bust area, which is okay. You can get rid of this with dirt. I'm not get rid of it. I'm gonna add this leaf on top of this. So yeah, this type of dress doesn't have any dirt or something. Now to fix the back neckline, I'm gonna select that. This is the back neckline. I'm gonna just drag this down because both are symmetric, so both will just go the same way at the same time. And also edit curve point and just curve this so it looks nice. As you can see, this is a bit loose fitted, so I'm gonna just select this line with edit pattern and drag this just a bit so it will be a bit straight. And also in the front, I'm gonna be making just a little adjustment because fitting is everything. Fitting is everything. This kind of tiny bit of folds that can be easily removed with neck binding. Anyway, now let's make this a bit longer, a lot longer. I mean, around this area. So I'm gonna be making it just a bit longer. As you can see, because the hip area is wide, this area is way more tight, which I don't want. So I'm gonna select just above the hip area, which is around this area. I'm gonna add a point here and here. So, and then as a cool trick, I'm gonna select both these points, which means these 2 points. Use transform point and segment tool, double click in the middle to activate the pivot, and I can just drag this like that and simulate. So it will be much more loose fitted, which is not. I'm gonna make it even more. And this area is a bit tighter, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna also add another point and then make them like this. Yeah, there will be this pointy area which can be removed by making them smoother and adjusting the smoothness just a bit. But you know what, let's make it like that. No but. So just make it like that. Make sure both this pattern and this length and this length is almost same or similar. So if you have this kind of like sharp angle, don't worry about that, it will be removed when I add the pressure. So just show you how it will look. Select this lines around this area and add the, if I find, elastic. Just by default, just make it by default and simulate. As you can see, this is the effect, and you cannot see any sharp angles. So that's the point. I'm not going to be adding any elastic right now. Just first the fit, then everything. Yeah, I like it. It doesn't look very amazing right now, but it will, I promise you. Now let's make the sleeve. So first add a rectangle pattern, which is here, and then add a point in the middle with add point. Always monitor this tool, and I'm gonna select this, just make a little house and make it a bit in the left side, then right click and convert to curve point. And also with the edit curve point, you can curve the sleeve to make it a sleeve pattern. By the way, there are multiple countless ways to make a sleeve pattern, so it doesn't matter, you don't have to follow me blindly. So this pattern is a bit smaller, I'm gonna make it a bit bigger, and I'm gonna use the free sewing tool. I'm gonna start from here and just drag it like that and hold shift, start from here and like this. So this is a little bit wider, I'm gonna make it a bit smaller. By the way, you can edit measure by calculating things, which is just click this and this, which is around 445. You can make this exactly 445 by measuring and then making. This is digital, this is Glow 3D, this is Marvel Designer. I don't care about measurement. There is a great tool which helps you to find the measurement, which is Edit Sign tool. If you select that and hover over the any of the line, it will show you the length. This is now 1.1 millimeter bigger than the armhole, which is okay. 1 or 2 millimeters doesn't hurt anybody. Just don't worry about it. So I'm gonna just select place here. I'm gonna freeze this one. Sometimes it just creates problem, and then just sew it and unfreeze everything and then unsew. Yeah, you don't have to freeze every time when making sleeve, but yeah, sometimes it just gets real crazy. That's why. So I'm gonna make a full sleeve. I'm gonna select that line with the transform point, double click in the middle and just drag it there. It's way faster than just getting this, then drag it, right click, then get a perfect measurement like 20 millimeter and then do the same thing here. It's a lot of work. So just select that, did this, double click and just drag. Yeah, if you need perfect measurement, you can use that technique, but yeah, I want to reduce a little bit from here, so I'm gonna use the edit curve tool and just slightly make them like this. Don't do it too much, otherwise there will be a pointy area in this area, so just make it subtle and always check two measurements. 0 0 means with the sewing tool it's same. I will adjust the sleeve later, but for now let's Control D to symmetry paste to the other side. We are getting somewhere. Now it's really a wise idea to save your project. So let's now add a little bit elastic. Right, before making this, I'm gonna be selecting this and double click in the middle with the transform point and just to make it a little bit loose in this area, because if it is loose fitted, the elastic will look much better. And don't worry about these lines, please. Now select everything, right click and remove linked editing. Then I'm gonna select this line. In the property editor, I'm gonna enable the elastic feature. Let's say by default. Pretty nice. I'm gonna be making it maybe 60. The lower the ratio is, the more elastic you will get. So here I don't want too much, maybe 70 something. So just goes a little bit down. But this here I'm gonna be needing a little bit more, because this will be an asymmetrical design. If it's symmetric, yeah, it will look not bad, but it's better to be asymmetric. So first make the ratio 80, just simulate, and then maybe I'm gonna go with 60 or more. Let's see. Of course more. 50. Remember, the less the better, the more elastic. 40. Okay, I made a little mistake. I want to add a point here, not in this hip area. So yeah, just forgive me for that. So it may be a little bit more work, but anyway, I'm gonna be quickly making them this one, the symmetric pattern with sewing, and then I'm gonna add a point here and here. Then I'm gonna remove this and I'm gonna make the from here. Don't worry if it does look bad, it will look good when I use symmetric, when I use elastic. So something like that. It doesn't look very amazing, I know. Just wait and watch. And I also want to make this a bit longer, maybe more, I don't know right now. So now right click and remove linked editing, then select this line. I'm really sorry about that one, guys. You have to make it, yeah. Also do the elastic here. Now just simulate and wait and see how this will form. Of course it's bad. I'm gonna select this one and make this only 70. So this one just stays there, and I'm gonna make this one, I'm gonna gradually reducing the ratio, not just an instant. So 60, maybe 40. I also want to add a line here and here as well, and here as well. Select that line, add elastic here as well. So if I find, let's select everything and make it a bit upward. Maybe I want to make this a bit downward as well. Both actually, because this is not symmetric anymore. And I also want to just make this 30. So just keep pulling the fabric upward. And then I'm going to select this and make this a bit down. So I want this kind of folds. Now I will just pull the sleeve while in simulation. So it will be nice looking sleeve, I suppose. I think it is a bit small, tight. So I'm gonna selecting transform point, select that, then double click in the middle and just make this a bit loose. I'm gonna do it this sleeve. So let's pull this. It's completely optional, but you can do it. It looks good, I suppose. Not right now, when I will reduce the vertical distance. Nothing looks good until you reduce the vertical distance. It should be a slogan or something for Marvelous Designer. I mean, no, it's not true. But for it, keep it right there. One question for you guys. Can you tell me what's wrong with this design, with this dress? Yep, exactly in this area. It looks awful. I don't like it. I had to admit I made another mistake, which is I made this shape a bit wider than it should be. I'm going to select this with transform point, double click in the middle, and just slide this down. And also I need to make sure this is not very wide. I also want to just reduce this like that, front and back, and just reduce this one as well. Yeah, always check the measurement. Let's see. And now if I simulate, see this amazing folds on the waist area? That's what it was lacking. Now we can just add a line like this, straight line here as well. You can also just turn on the internal line to see. Maybe I want this to go a bit down to match the front and back just a little bit, and then select that, add elastic, and just add the elastic. little bit. Yep, now I'm satisfied. Now I can peacefully sleep, at least. Anyway, enough of the joke. Now I want to make sure this is 4 with 2 number offset, like this. And make sure right click, extend trim to parent outline, so that just reaches the parent outline. Then then here, elastic. Just do the same elastic. It doesn't need to be very elastic, if that's the word. I don't think that's the word, but I'm more than happy now. I can peacefully die. Anyway, now to the neck binding. Select that, then right click, offset as internal line. I'm gonna do it 5, but 1 offset, 1 number. Hit OK, and then I'm gonna select this one, right click, extend trim and add point to parent outline. So you have a point right here. So I'm gonna select this, and this, as well as this. So it is just 4 rectangle. Then use this trace tool. If I don't find until I just, yeah, here. Then right click, trace as a pattern. ISN hotkeys, so it's faster. Now select this, right click, extend trim and add point to parent outline. And again, select this line. Don't forget to select all the 4 lines and trace. Then segment, so like this, bottom to bottom, and then top to top here as well, like this. And also so here, make sure it's in the right side and that's in the left side, otherwise it will be reversed, which you don't want. Sometimes I do make mistake with this sewing. Then select this two, right click and superimpose over. So let's see if I make a mistake. Let's simulate. Nope. Yes, I did here. This one. It should be in reverse. So you can see in here as well. This is reversed. So edit sewing, right click, reverse sewing. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Looks amazing. Now, one detail I want to add. Select this, and this happens with the sewing, but I'm not going to be using the same technique as it is used in real life. So I'm going to be selecting that. I'm going to be cheating just a little bit. So right click and offset as internal line. Maybe this time 4 or maybe 3. Perfect. I'm going to be selecting all these ugly points, this and this. Then right click on one of them, convert to code point. There you go. Now select this, right click, again select every internal line. It will be faster. Just select every internal line, then right click on one of them and extend trim and add point to parent outline. And now trace time. So select this. These are the details you have to focus to make something beautiful. Trace, I showed you how. Just select that, trace tool, right click, trace. Perfect. Here as well, trace. Just drag and select everything, trace, and sew it like this, sew it like this, sew it like this. We have to do both because there is no symmetric. So let's select that. Then the 3D window, right click on one of them, not here. Right click and superimpose over. So you have a fake stitching effect. Yeah, this is fake because that's not how it works, but I'm making this because I don't know why. Because anyway, if you really want to make an awesome stitching effect, watch this video. I have explained nicely. sew it like that. And also I'm using 3D window because it is much faster here, not there, but I have to sew it from here to there and simulate, of course. So when I reduce the particle distance, you can see more prominent effect. Now select this, then right click, again internal line. I'm going to be going with 5, maybe 6, maybe 7, maybe 8. Okay, select this one, right click, extend trim and add point to parent outline. Same thing, select that, trace, and just sew it like that. Control T to symmetric paste. Select both. In the 3D window, right click, superimpose over, and you have to just simulate. There you go. It's as simple as this. I want to just fix this nicely because that looks ugly. And I need to fix this. I can delete this portion and then symmetric there, but sleeve should be random. Like this kind of fold should be, I mean, when you just do it in real life, you don't need symmetric. I mean, you have to do it both sides. That's why they look unique and different. That's what I'm trying to say. If I symmetric paste that, it will be easy for me, but it won't be unique. How does this look? Amazing. If that looks amazing, just let me reduce the particle distance. It will be great. Alright, now I'm going to select these main patterns and reduce the particle distance, probably 5. Don't overkill it like I do. 5 should be fine, and sleeve 4 should be fine. You don't need particle distance too much. And all these extra pieces, select that and make them 2 particle distance and add collision thickness of 1. Now just drape it and see the magic. Alright, how does this look? Yeah, it doesn't look very bad, right? Now let's add pose and see how it will look. Alright guys, here's the design. This video is really long and I'm really sorry about that. Alright, if you really want to say anything about this design, please do comment. I really like it. And you can follow me on Instagram. I don't know why. If you feel like, just follow me there. Please let me know if you like this design because I do like it. It looks good for me, at least. Alright, that's it for this video and I will see you in the next week. I promise.